Thanks.
You're welcome. Mr. Aldrich, guess what I get to do on Saturday?
What?
Mini golf.
Really?
Glow in the dark golf.
Oh. At a birthday party or something?
No, me and my boyfriend are going. I know, right?
All right, number 12 is one of those funky ones where if you do the math and you go negative b over 2a to figure out what x is, then you get what for the x coordinate?
0.
0. And if you take that and plug it back in to figure out what you get for the y coordinate, what do you get? 11. Okay, and so this is one of those weird ones where the vertex is actually on the y-axis. So when I draw in this dotted line, which is called the what?
Symmetry.
Axis of symmetry, then that just goes right along the y-axis. So the fact that it crosses the y-axis, the fact that c is equal to 11, doesn't help us find the rest of the graph. So we had one of these yesterday, number 7 was the same way. What was the solution to our problem?
Just add a random number.
Yeah, we just picked a random number and like 1, good. So if I pick x equals 1 and plug that in for x to figure out what y is, what's 1 squared?
1.
1, and 1 times negative 4 is?
Negative 4.
Negative 4, and negative 4 plus 11 is?
7.
7. So that tells us that when x equals 1, y equals 7. So now that gives us another point on the graph, okay, over there. And so now that we know that 1, 7 is on the graph, we can, whoops, draw this half of the parabola. Okay, and then that tells us that the other half is going to look exactly like that, but on the other side, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there'll be a little point here. And then see how it looks perfectly the same on both sides?
No, not on that drawing.
Not a very good job. Okay?
Okay, that's all I had.
14?
Oh, 213 for that.
Okay.
Because that one's like a little, it's like
It's not very big.
Who just opened a can of something? Don't do that. Don't.
She's had a rough day.
it's not alcohol.
I don't care if it's not alcohol or not. You're not supposed to be drinking
It's
like
diet.
it doesn't matter. You're supposed to be drinking cans of pop in class.
Oh, what's the difference between a bottle or sweet tarts? Come on.
What do you mean? What's the difference? When Tristan dropped his Smartie on the ground, did it leave a stain? No, I picked them up and ate it because they're my favorite.
Yeah, but I'm not.
Yeah, and that's what this person said right over here before they made a big deal. And you're a liar too?
Oh, I was okay. 20 bucks.
She drinks it all the time. You don't
Okay.
even know.
Yeah. So, like almost every day.
Now you got money to throw around. Now you're betting $20.
20 bucks is I'll finish this whole thing and end the class and won't make nothing.
No, don't bet.
No, because you know you lose.
Not betting you. Don't drink in class, please. Okay, number 13. Okay, now that's a little bit tricky because when we did the first part and got the x and the y, what were the numbers?
Point 3 and 2.45.
2.45?
Yeah.
Okay, so those are a little bit funky, right, because of the decimals. So we're going to have to just estimate a little bit. Okay? So 0.3 is going to be where?
0.3 on the positive side.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit on the positive side of 0. Okay? And then 2.45 is about halfway in between 2, and 3. Okay, so really this is not a very good scale for me to use for this drawing because I can't really see what's going on. So on yours, you might want to do something different. Yeah, you might want to set it up so that instead of going by ones like this, you might want to have it go by point ones or something like that, so you can see a little bit more. Okay? So if I do it this way, now I can make this a little bit more detailed also. So if I do it this way, now I can go over 0.3 up to about 2.45. Okay? So that's going to be right there. Okay? Then I need to draw in here the axis of symmetry. Okay? And then if you look at the original equation, where does that cross the y-axis? Please stop, Jacob. Where does that cross the y-axis? At 2, because it says c is equal to 2. So that means I can put a dot at 2 right here. And what do you notice is going to end up being true about this parabola? Yeah, it's a fat one. It's a wide one. Okay? It's really going to go out quite a bit that direction.
I did mine wrong.
Okay? I did it on a different scale, yeah. So it might.
No, mine went the up.
Okay, well you know it shouldn't go up because it says y equals negative 4x squared. And so, oh, I'm looking at the wrong one. It says negative 5x squared, so that means it's going to open down, okay?
Like this.
Hey. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Blondie. You're looking around like, who's he looking at? I'm looking at you. You're sitting there talking to Allie. Please don't do that. Okay, did you, Jolene, say 14 also?
Do we staple the other day's assignment in this one?
Yeah. All right, number 14. What did we do yesterday? What did we come up with for the x and y coordinates? Negative 2 and 13. Thank you.
I got 19.
So my scale here then, I need to make sure that I can get at least up to 13 on the y-axis, right? And then this one I should be fine just going by ones. So if I go negative 2, 13, then I go back 1, 2, and up 13. So there's my vertex, right? And then I need to draw a dotted line that goes through that. And then where does this graph cross the y-axis? Negative 3. So this is going to be a skinny one with the scale that I have at least.
I don't know how to graph these. I got them all wrong.
So it's going to look like this, roughly, and like that. Okay? So I'm going to just ask you guys to do the same thing again today, put it all together. So you use the negative b over 2a to find out what the x coordinate is. Plug that in to figure out what the y coordinate is, and then use those to make the graph. So do you want to hang on to these assignments so you can have a look at those as you work? Okay.
I think I got all my graphs wrong.
You. What?
Do you want us to get up?
No, I'm good, thanks.
No.
It's on the ground.
I know. I couldn't catch it.
Do you want to get me?
Yeah.
Tell Francis about gold.
I'll give you the gross part.
All right, so here's your little cheat sheet right here, Cheyenne. As you guys are working through, if you don't have this copied down somewhere in your notes, then this is the whole key to graphing these quadratic functions. Negative b over 2a tells you what the x value is. Plug that in to get the y value, and then the c tells you where it crosses the y-axis. Okay?